Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode where I'm having a look at another 5 films out of my fantasy collection. Up to now, there's been some great films. I love all this kind of stuff. You guys know I love all this kind of stuff. So I'm sat on absolutely loads of it. I think up to now, you know what I mean, there may be films in there that you guys have never come across. There may be films in there that there's some of your big favourites, you know what I mean. It's an odd genre. It doesn't suit everybody. Not everyone likes it, but the people that tend to like this kind of stuff absolutely love it. It's very Marmite, it's very love or hate. I don't think there's any middle ground with the whole sort of fancy sword and sorcery stuff. You either love it or you dislike it altogether. But for me personally, it's always been a big thing. It's always been a go-to of mine, of fancy films and sword and sorcery films. Hence why I've got such a big collection. So the 5 films of today, we'll start off with the first one, and this again a modern film, modern fantasy film that when it came out, when I saw the initial trailers for it, I didn't sort of give it much hope. It might have been okay. It's actually brilliant, and that is Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. The one thing that this film does really well is uses practical effects. Yeah, there's some CG in there, which there will be for a film of this kind from when this came out. But the practicals that are used in this film are phenomenally good. There's a troll character in this, and it's all practical. It's a suit, and the face is animatronic. It's moved via remote control, but it looks very believable. It looks very good, and the whole film is better for it. Had that character being CG'd, it might have not worked as well. It may have not had as much charm, but it's a really good film. I mean, it's got Gemma Arterton in it, which is never a bad thing, and Jeremy Renner, who was Hawkeye in the Avengers stuff. It's really good. It's an entertaining, all-round good film. It's got a 15 certificate in the UK. I think if this had been dropped to a PG, it may have done better. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say there's anything in there that's keeping it to a 15 in the UK. But like I say, I think if it had been a PG, it would have done a lot better in cinema. But one that I like, one that I go back to on a regular basis. It's good fun. Next up. Again, I love this film, but it's the weaker film of the two. It's Conan the Destroyer. It's still loads of fun, but it's really watered down and tame compared to where the first one is. And I know there was a lot of thing on set about this one with Schwarzenegger and that, saying, listen, doing what you're doing with this film, the way you'd sort of like making it more family friendly, as far as these kind of films can be family friendly. The way you're taking out some of the violence and stuff from the first film, it's not going to appeal to the audience that enjoyed the first film. And this just sort of ignored Schwarzenegger anyway and carried on doing what they was doing. And they were right. It didn't appeal to the kind of person that enjoyed Conan the Barbarian, because it is a little bit more tame and it is a little bit more watered down in comparison to what Barbarian is. Nevertheless, it's a good film. It stars everyone's favourite Pat Roach as well. Now, Pat Roach was a mainstay of this kind of stuff. If they wanted a villain for a sword and sorcery film, and it had to be British and he had to be a big guy, Pat Roach was the guy that they brought in. He was in loads of the stuff. He'll be in some more stuff we have a look at in a bit. But Pat Roach was a British wrestler back in the day, late 70s, early 80s. And he transferred into films sort of seamlessly into this kind of stuff. He was great at it, and he was really good in this. Like I say, it's not the film that the first one was. It's a little bit more of him going on a quest to seek this person here and seek that person there, and he's like, there's a little bit of a team being put together and they're put onto a quest, and you know what I mean. It's good. It's good fun, just not as good as the first film. And then we get to an epic masterpiece. We're into the Ray Harryhausen stuff now, and you can't go wrong with Clash of the Titans. We looked at the remake in one of the earlier videos I did. This is a timeless classic. These films never get old. They can be watched by a modern audience who still appreciates it for what it is, and an older audience who knows how good these are. These are brilliant films. Clash of the Titans is no exception. It is everything that you want a fantasy film to be. It's based in a bit of Greek mythology. It sort of bends it a little bit to how it wants it to be portrayed, but still takes nothing away from it. I would imagine now everyone's seen Clash of the Titans, but if you've not, then you're doing yourself an injustice. Go and check it out. A bit more tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff now. Again, this is a canon film, and this is the Barbarian brothers as the Barbarians. Again, really enjoyable film. I mean, these two guys fitted these roles magnificently. You know what I mean? If you're ever going to look for two guys to do a film like this, then these are the two you want to employ. Extremely good at what they do. No, they can't act. You know what I mean? They're pretty shit. And they did some other films. Think Big was another big one of theirs. They did one other one as well for Under Canon. Can't think what it was. But they suit these roles very well. And like I said, to do a high fantasy sword and sorcery film with these twos, then you're laughing. You know what I mean? You can't really go wrong. But this is actually really good. If you've never seen it, then definitely check out the Barbarians. And then one of the big hitters now from the back end of the 80s. This again, truly fantastic film. Directed by Ron Howard, produced by George Lucas. It's Willow. Fantastic film. Everything about this film is gorgeous. The story is great of Willow Halfgood, and he's a halfling, and he is a sort of wizard's apprentice, but he isn't that good, and he gets chosen to be the wizard's apprentice by the wizard elder of their village, and then he has to go on a quest when they find a human baby, and they decide they're going to take the baby back to the realm of humans. But while all this is going on, all hell's breaking loose between the forces of good and evil in the human world, and Willow gets sort of sucked into it and has to go on the quest along with Laura Dunham, which is the baby. Brilliant film, brilliant film. I know this is at a 4K, and again, I've not seen this in 4K, so it's probably time to upgrade this film. The Blu-ray looks good, you know what I mean, but I would love to see it in 4K. And again, if you've never seen Willow, I have a video up on my channel about Willow, and it's my best viewed video. It's like just short of 14,000 views, so it still shows that people still like it to this day. It's a shame that the TV series never panned out to be as good as what this did. They tried, it failed miserably with what Disney did with it. Made no sense at all compared to the film. I mean, it tried to tie itself into the film, brought some of the older characters back, just didn't work. Didn't work at all on any level, which is a shame really, because like I say, as a story goes, as a film goes, I absolutely adore it. But it was a shame that the TV series never panned out. So the 5 for this episode were Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, Conan the Destroyer, Clash of the Titans, The Barbarians, and Willow. Again guys, thank you very much for tuning into these videos. Thank you very much for the likes and the subscribes that have been coming through as well. If you haven't subscribed to this channel and you're into this kind of stuff, consider subscribing. Have a look back at some of my older videos. You might find something in there you enjoy. But till the next one guys, I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.